Greetings to everyone from the upper room. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 12 to 13 says, "Here is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely, riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand." Welcome to Life is a Test. These are life lessons from King Solomon, part 36. Do you think money can hurt us? Many people do not think that money can be harmful. While money is simply a tool, the way we handle it can greatly affect our emotional, spiritual, and social health. Take the example of Howard Hughes, a once extremely wealthy businessman known for his work in aviation and film. Despite his immense fortune, Hughes spent his latter years in isolation, plagued by paranoia and illness. He passed away in 1976, leaving behind an estate worth over $2 billion. Unfortunately, his wealth became the subject of numerous legal disputes, with family members and business associates fighting for their share. The fortune he had accumulated was quickly diminished by legal fees and poor management, benefiting lawyers and those looking for opportunities rather than being used for any meaningful cause. Ultimately, Hughes did not enjoy the wealth he had amassed, living his final years in sadness and solitude. This story serves as a reminder that the relentless chase for money and possessions without a deeper purpose can lead to emptiness and despair. Ecclesiastes 2 verse 18 to 19 captures this truth when Solomon laments, "I hated all the things I had toiled for under the sun, because I must leave them to the one who comes after me. And who knows whether that person will be wise or foolish?" Through a reflective journey guided by the teachings of Ecclesiastes, we have been uncovering the dangers of greed and hoarding, and the importance of seeking fulfillment beyond monetary riches. The teacher in Ecclesiastes has offered insights into the complexities and challenges associated with wealth and material possessions. He speaks with raw honesty about the fleeting and often destructive nature of wealth. First, he observes that the love of money never satisfies. It only creates a deeper hunger for more. Secondly, the hard-earned money we labor for does not stay. It slips through our fingers, vulnerable to loss or misuse. Thirdly, the accumulation of wealth often creates unintended consequences, such as stress, worry, and burdens that robs us of peace and rest, even the quiet hours meant for sleep. This devotion seeks to highlight another problem with hoarding wealth. It's the powerlessness in the face of mortality. No matter how much wealth we amass, we cannot take it with us when we die. We are therefore compelled to confront a vital question. What is the true purpose of our lives, and where should we place our hope and trust? As we journey through life, it can all be too easy to become consumed by the pursuit of material wealth and earthly possessions. We are bombarded daily with advertisements, movies, social media that equate success and happiness with the accumulation of riches. And it's tempting to pour our time, energy, and resources in gaining more and more. However, the wise words of Scripture reminds us that our lives do not consist in the abundance of our possessions. When we draw our final breath and depart this world, we cannot take a single material thing with us. Wealth is temporary and ultimately leaves us empty-handed. The Bible is clear that we enter this life with nothing, and we will exit in the same way. As Job put it plainly, Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 15 also echoes that no one can take nothing from their toil when they leave this earth. Even the most wealthy and powerful among us must ultimately surrender all their earthly treasures when they draw their final breath. In St. Luke 12, we read the parable of the rich man who enjoyed an abundant harvest and decided to tear down his barn to build larger ones to store his wealth. He congratulated himself, thinking he had secured years of ease, comfort, and pleasure. But God interrupted his plans, saying, "Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall these things be, which thou hast provided?" When we die, which of us can guarantee how the money we hoarded will be used? Solomon lamented about what will become of his wealth after his death, questioning its true worth. The rich man, instead of considering how he might bless others, focused solely on storing up for himself. His greed led him to hoard rather than to share. Hughes died, and his accumulated wealth was not enjoyed but vanished. Today, many people are experiencing the same thing: unparalleled wealth and accomplishment, but some are observing all their hard work being squandered or misused by others. Like the rich man, many people have neglected the most important preparation: their soul's readiness for eternity. When God called the rich man that very night, all his plans and possessions became meaningless. We must challenge ourselves to evaluate where we place our ultimate hope. Are we consumed by the pursuit of wealth, or are we investing in eternal treasures? While financial stewardship is important, our focus should not be on hoarding riches, but to use our resources in ways that honor God and bless others. While most people's dreams may revolve around getting rich, the true hope of the believers lies not in the temporary and fleeting possessions of this world, but in the imperishable treasures of the next life. When we stand before God, the only thing that will matter is whether we have invested in that which is eternal rather than that which will fade away. Jesus warns in Matthew 6 verse 24, "You cannot serve God and money," emphasizing the spiritual conflict wealth can create when it becomes an idol. Jesus also concluded the parable of the rich fool by urging us to be rich towards God, which means prioritizing our spiritual wealth over material wealth. We must remember that we were not created to chase after wealth, but to live meaningful lives marked by love, faith, and stewardship. Let us evaluate our hearts and motivations and focus on building treasures in heaven. Let us be faithful stewards by sharing our blessings and supporting those in need. In the end, life's true wealth lies not in the possession, but in the spirit of gratitude, purpose, and moderation. Thank you for joining us for this devotion. You are welcome to attend our weekly prayer meetings with the Upper Room family every Wednesday morning. Additionally, we invite women to join the Wailing Women group on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is an opportunity to connect with other women across the world, receive prayer, and find encouragement. For more information, please reach out to us on WhatsApp at 441-519-8087. Until next time, instead of clinging to temporary riches, let us hold fast to the eternal promises of God, knowing that our true treasure is found in Him. Remember that life is unpredictable and tomorrow is not guaranteed. Live each day with a heart ready to meet God. God bless you.